That's right, guys. DJ's here back at you with another DJs BrewTube beer trade video. That's right, guys. What do we got? We got a big old box of beer here from my good buddy Texas Steve. That's right, he's been back up, and I got a big old Texas flood of liquid happiness up in this box. So I'm going to get me my little sidebar chair, let this bad boy run shotgun, get it unpacked, and show you what's in this box. Back in a flash. Alright guys, I'm back. I got my box open and I discovered something cool. This is a big 6-pack of beer, but it's not any 6-pack in here. This is a Texas size 6-pack. Why am I calling it a Texas size 6-pack? Because it's all 750s. That's a big ass 6-pack. And it was packed awesome in one of these wine carriers. If you guys can find some of these are great for shipping your brew. Anyways, thanks a million again, Steve. This is awesome. And this is also a Texas 6-pack. Why? Because it's all Texas craft beer. Who's it from? Damn, it's from Jester King. That's right. Texas size 6-pack of Jester King brew. Let's get in and see what's in the box. Here we go. First up, we've got Le Petit Prince. Now, this is a farmhouse table beer, 2.9% ABV, and this is a year-round serving, and it's supposed to be a flavorful beer that you can have with dinner or lunch and don't get crunked. I've been looking for a beer just like this for a long time because a lot of times if the beer's got a lot of flavor, you're getting all busted up and drinking it, and sometimes you got to go back and do some work after you have a brew. Anyways, next up, we have a less sessionable brew. This is Mad Meg. This is a farmhouse provisional ale. Now, provisional ale is a stronger version of a saison that they brew to a higher ABV back in the day, so you could cellar it if you had to, like a provision. So, this one's supposed to be a really nice saison. So, after that, yes, another sessionable beer. We've got Commercial Suicide. Now, this is, they call it an Oaks Farmhouse Mild, and what it is it's an English dark mild ale meets a saison that they oak age. So, this is another year-round serving, and like I said, 3.5% ABV. This is supposed to be an awesome sessionable beer. Aren't these labels great? The Jester King's kind of like in the, I guess, sort of ilk of Three Floyds and maybe Flying Dog and having really rock star cool artwork on their bottles. Anyways, not to digress too far. Next up, this is one I've wanted to try for a long time. This is an ale they're calling Censored now. However, it used to be called Salt Lick. 6.7% ABV, but they don't call it Salt Lick anymore because I think their relationship with the Salt Lick barbecue kind of broke down, and that barbecue was pecan wood smoking some of the malt. And this particular beer is a beer de compage style, which means they take some old beer that's been soured, and then they mix it with the new beer, and it's dry hop, and then they put the pecan smoked malt in there as well with the farmhouse wild yeast. Damn, this should be rock star cool beer. I wanted to try this one for a long time. So, next up, yes, Das Wunderkind, another sessionable beer, another saison. You see a little theme generating here. Everything's like saison, saison. Why? Because that's Jester King's thing, is wild yeast, farmhouse style beers, and this is one of their top rated beers. This is a limited serving. These guys here and this one are year round, and this one's limited too. But anyways, 4.5% ABV as I mentioned, and this is fermented and then re-fermented in oak barrels, and some sour beer from former batches is blended in with the fresh beer. So you're going to get a tart, sort of maybe a mild sour beer going on with the saison spiciness and everything. That sounds like a fun-ass beer. And last but not least, you couldn't have a Jester King Texas size 6-pack unless you got another bottle of black metal. Shout out to Tuvar and Paul, PA Brew News. Shout out to you guys. I know this kind of like metal, like face paint and stuff, you guys may be down with a little bit of this death metal looking action. Anyways, this is their farmhouse version, not to be confused with the original that was made with English ale yeast. What I think has probably happened is the brewery's so funked up from all this wild yeast and everything they use now, they just go all farmhouse type beers. So, nothing wrong with that. If that's what you're good at and you do it and you make awesome kick-ass beer, shit, go for it. Anyways, guys, oh, by the way, this is 9.3% ABV, and that ain't a session beer. So, anyways, guys, look at this big collection of liquid loveliness around me. I'm going to be going wild Texas style before too long, drinking these up and reviewing them for you. Thanks a million again, Steve. I really appreciate you, my brother. And until the next DJs BrewTube, if you could think globally and drink locally and support the craft beer movement, guys like Jester King for me, I'd really appreciate that. And until then, until we get the next crazy-ass beer haul on, or beer trade, whatever the heck you want to call it, God, I got nothing else but a big peace out!